Bismillah Rahman Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Dear students of Inter Part 1, how are you doing? Hope all of you are well and doing well. Dear ones, in the previous two audio lectures, we did lesson number 1, button, and lesson number 2, clearing in the sky. Now we are going to discuss lesson number 3, that is dark they were and golden eyed. Okay, what's the story? You know, it's not a real life story. Last two stories were real life stories, whereas this story is not a real life story. It is an imaginary story. The writer imagines that this might happen in the future. Okay, this might happen in the future, that due to imminent danger of nuclear war, human beings may migrate to the Mars, our neighbor planet. So this is a story of a family, the Bittering family. And when the story starts, we see a rocket lands on the Mars and some people come out of it. There is a family whose head is Henry Bittering. The moment they land, Harry feels something very, very strange. He feels that climate of the Mars is not favorable to them, is not suitable for them. So right away he suggests that they should go back. Right? In short, they don't go back. His family does not agree, so they start living over there. What are the apprehensions? What are the fears of Henry Bittering? He is fearful that this atmosphere, this environment, this climate will change them totally. Not only their appearance will change, but also their relationship, their minds will change. Their relationship with their past will cease, will come to an end. They will lose their relationship with their past. They would forget that once they came from the earth. They would become Martians. And later you see, in the end we see they become Martians. When people from the earth, they come after the atomic war, after the nuclear war, they come to rescue them. They look for them, but they don't find earth people there. They find Martians. Once they were earth people, they came from earth, but they were totally changed. His apprehensions, his fears, his doubts came true. So this is the story. Now, what is the message of this story? We can say that this planet Earth is our home. We can survive here. It is suitable for our survival. Its environment, its climate, it suits us. So we must take care of this planet Earth. And you see, human beings are doing what? Human beings have been constantly doing things which would ruin, destroy this planet Earth. two important issues, two very critical issues human survival has been facing right now are pollution and weapons of mass destruction. Pollution and weapons of mass destruction, nuclear weapons. So we must not destroy our planet Earth. Rather, take care of it. For it is important for you and for the generations to come. So don't destroy it with your own hands. Say minimize level of pollution, and we can minimize it. You see, because of this coronavirus, there is a blessing in disguise. And what is that? Pollution level has gone down everywhere. Air quality has improved. You see, no traffic, no aeroplanes, nothing, no carbon emission. So, environment is getting cleaner. And the second thing is, never glorify weapons. Condemn nuclear weapons, weapons of mass destruction. They are enemies of humanity. Weapons of mass destruction, nuclear weapons, nukes are enemies of humanity. These weapons are a curse. So never glorify, never praise nuclear weapons. This is the message. To my mind, this is the message of this lesson. Otherwise, everybody cannot move to the Mars. Some people who can afford, who are filthy rich, they have resources, they can move. Whereas overwhelming majority of people, they have to live on this planet Earth. They can't go anywhere. So take care of this planet Earth, our home. It's beautiful. It has everything. Our ancestors, our forefathers, they lived here. Their graves are here. And our future generations will live here. So we must be very, very conscious, very, very careful for this planet Earth. Okay, this was the summary of the lesson. Now I would give you objectives. Write down objectives. You have to do objectives, and then question answers, then translations. Right? Okay. Note down the very first sentence. The rocket metal cooled in the meadow wind. I repeat, the rocket metal cooled in the meadow wind. Underline the word meadow, MEADOW, meadow. Now your options are valley, cold, grassland, and last option is earth. Number 2, the wind blew as if to flake away their identities. The wind blew as if to flake away their identities. Underline the word flake away. And your options are see off, peel off, burn off, take off. Your options are see off, peel off, burn off, take off. Next sentence, please note down next sentence. He felt submerged in a chemical that could dissolve his intellect. He felt submerged in a chemical that could dissolve his intellect. Underline the word submerged. And your options are sunken, watered, nursed, floating. I repeat options: sunken, watered, nursed, floating. Next. It lay with Mr. Bittering and Mrs. Bittering. It lay with Mr. Bittering, B capital, and Mrs. Bittering, comma, a third unbidden partner at every midnight. I repeat the sentence. It lay with Mr. Bittering and Mrs. Bittering, comma, a third unbidden partner at every midnight. In this sentence, you have to underline the word unbidden. Unbidden. Options are: A option है uninvited, B invited, C absent, D requested. नेक्स्ट सेंटेंस लिखें, लॉरा स्टम्बल्ड थ्रू द सेटलमेंट. लॉरा बेटी है हैरी बिटरिंग्स डॉटर. लॉरा LAURA स्टम्बल्ड थ्रू STUMBLED स्टम्बल्ड THROUGH थ्रू द सेटलमेंट SETTLEMENT. I repeat the sentence. Laura stumbled through the settlement, and you have to underline the word stumbled. Staggered. Option A staggered, B ran, C shouted, D mounted. Next sentence. He was drenched in the hotness of his fear. He was drenched in the hotness of his fear. Underline the word drenched. Drenched, DRENCHED. Your options are A dried, pleased, afraid, and the last option is wet. Next sentence. He looked with dismay at their house. He looked with dismay at their house. Underline the word dismay. Options are happiness, care, excitement, disappointment. Last option is disappointment. Next sentence. The boards, comma, all warped out of shape. I repeat the sentence. The boards, BOARDS, comma, all warped out of shape, WARPED, out, 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 warped out of shape. Changed, options are changed, twisted, painted, and the last option is thrown. Next sentence and the last one. We are stranded on this planet. We are stranded, STRANDED, on this planet. And your word, you have to underline the word stranded. Your options are trapped, TRAPPED, invited, standing, and the last one is surrounded. So you have to choose the right answers from these options. This is for your objective practice. Now you please note down comprehension questions. You have to answer these questions. Okay, question number 1. Why did Harry want to go back to the earth? Why did Harry want to go back to the earth? Number 2. What climate did they face? What climate did they face? Next question लिखें. Number 3. What was the condition of the Bittering family? What was the condition of the Bittering family? Bittering का B capital आएगा जी. Bittering family on hearing the news of war on the earth. I repeat the question. What was the condition of the Battering family on hearing the news of war on earth? Next question. What was the advice Harry gave to the people? What was the advice, ADVICE, advice Harry, H capital, नाम है, proper noun, Harry gave to the people? Last question लिखें. How much dangerous a Martian virus can be? How much dangerous a Martian, M capital, ARTIAN, Martian virus, VIRUS, virus can be. How much dangerous a Martian virus can be? I think if you have 5 questions or 6 questions, and note one thing, all these questions are in past tense, so you have to bear this in mind, that your answer must be in past tense. Okay, this is very important to note down. And if you know the answer, well and good. If you don't know the answer, you can look for the answers from your helping material, your helping book as well. If you have any problem, you can contact me as well. You have my number, I think. Now note down paragraph for translation. Note down a paragraph for translation. Just wait a minute. Okay ji, write down the paragraph. I am going to dictate. It is on page 19 of your textbook, almost in the middle. Almost in the middle. Lesson number 3, dark they were and golden eyed. Page number 19 of the textbook. For a long time there was only the sound of the wind in the late afternoon. For a long time, there was only the sound of the wind in the late afternoon. Full stop. Alone, thought bittering. Full stop. Only 1,000 of us here. Full stop. No way back. No way. Full stop. No way. Full stop. I repeat again. For a long time, there was only the sound of the wind in the late afternoon. Full stop. Alone, comma, thought bittering. Full stop. Only 1,000 of us here. Full stop. No way back. Full stop. No way. Full stop. No way. Full stop. Sweat, SWEAT, sweat poured out from his face. POURED, poured out from his face and his hands and his body. Semicolon या कोमा डाल दें. He was drenched in the hotness of his fear. He was drenched in the hotness of his fear. Full stop. He wanted to strike Laura. He wanted to strike Laura, comma, cried, comma, आगे inverted commas में, no, comma, you are lying, exclamation mark इसके आगे. I repeat this line. He wanted to strike Laura, comma, cried, comma, आगे inverted commas में है, no, comma, you are lying, exclamation mark. The rockets will come back. The rockets will come back, exclamation mark again, or inverted commas close. Instead, comma, he stroked Lara's head against him. He stroked stroked Laura's head against him and said, कॉमा आगे आगे दोबारा कोटेशन है, स्पीच मार्कर्स आप लगाएंगे, इन्वर्टेड कॉमास, द रॉकेट्स विल गेट थ्रू सम डे, फुल स्टॉप और इन्वर्टेड कॉमास क्लोज कर दें, द रॉकेट्स विल गेट थ्रू सम डे. So this is your assignment of the lesson Dark They Were and Golden Eyed. Do it and do it very seriously. This is your assignment, and mind one thing, this is your preparation for your upcoming examination. Thank you very much. May God bless all of you.